hello, beautiful people of the internet. My name is Ryan. We better freaking beat this game soon because I'm running out of blue clothes. And I've tried not to repeat any of the blue outfits that I've worn in our Blueprints playthrough. Welcome to episode 152 of Blueprints. We have... Sorry, let me make sure my settings are correct. We have a number of things that we could possibly do today. So first things first, I just got done streaming over on Twitch. Follow me on Twitch, I guess, if you would like. I'm not playing Blueprints over there. I'm playing other games like Silksong and Pokopia, but, you know, we never say no to more friends over on Twitch. While I was streaming on Twitch, one of the Blueprints Council advised me that the original hint that I was given around the upgrade discs has been edited to include more information. A hint or 3, except it's actually 4, in escalating order. Outer room trading post expensive. There's a new hint here. And I'm absolutely going to click that because I have no idea. Expensive is a thing that is kind of... Oh, crap. Okay, never mind. Hold up. Let me just hit continue real quick. I guess we'll hit continue and we'll get into the game. Whenever I put something over the game, I get nervous because clicking on the window in front can, you know, if you mess that up, sometimes it'll interact with whatever's behind. And I would hate to, like, delete my save file or something. So anyways, I really don't know what to make of this. So I'm going to click this. I may also end up clicking hints about the Through Lantern Light, but I do have an update to share with you on Through Lantern Light in just a little bit. Don't get excited. It's not that exciting of an update. But I have some ideas on what to do. Okay, so let's click this hint. RNG. What does that mean? I also totally forgot there are more... No, these are the answers to the other things. I was like, I forgot there are more hints. No, these are the answers to my other questions about Through Lantern Light and Iraj and Tomb. RNG. Okay. Outer room trading post expensive RNG. As in random number generation or generator. Cool. Okay. I don't know what to make of that at all. That's interesting. That's interesting, but I don't know what to make of that at all. Thank you for the updated hint, though, Demi, and the Blueprints Council. In the meantime, let's think about RNG. Let's get down. Let me scroll down to my other hints, and I'll update you on where we are on Through Lantern Light. So here's what we've been doing. Here's where we're at. Through Lantern Light contains 4 unique colors, which are indicated by truth, wisdom, rain, and lies. I feel relatively okay about my answers to that part of the puzzle. However, there is a lot more, and there's a second half of it, which is the oh my god, where did my document go? There it is. There's a second half of it, which is that Through Lantern Light contains 4 unique instructions. And this is what I have been thinking about a bunch between the last episode and this one. So here's what I did. I actually just, I took 2 screenshots of the game, and I put them on my phone so that I could think about them when I was not actively sitting at my computer. Like, I could think about them in the morning when I'm brushing my teeth, or at lunch when I'm eating my food. And the 2 screenshots I took are this. One, a screenshot of just the lanterns and the rooms. Because if the colors matter, and our goal is to take a path between those colors, then all the extra stuff that was happening on our Photoshop document can be a little distracting. I wanted a chance to just be able to reference this on my phone very quickly. The second thing I made was just the poem itself. Through lantern light and sketches cast, attentive truth to find our path. And the reason I did this is because I wanted to look at what could be an instruction. So the first thing I want to do today, because I really don't know what to do about RNG, that doesn't really spawn any immediate ideas inside of my head. What I do want to do here is interact with this a little bit. So we have... I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. Let's just take the text document itself, or the... let's take the riddle itself, just the text. And here's kind of what I would like to do. I want to look at this with one thing in mind. What words because as I was looking at this in my free time, it's a little scary how many of these words can be instructions. So let's look through those. Here's kind of the thing I've been using to think it through. The like mental rubric I've been using to think it through. Of these words, through lantern light and sketches cast, we know that there are 4 colors. Those are almost like points on a graph, right? We have truth, wisdom, rain, and lies, which is that one's a weird one. That one's a weird one. The other 3 make complete sense. So these are actually, let's just mark them. They're not the instruction. They are the like points on the graph. We need to draw vectors between those points. That's really points on a graph is a bad example. These are points of interest on a map, and we're a cartographer and we need to draw lines between the points of interest on the map. So what of these words could be read as an instruction? Here's the mental rubric that I have been using. One word. In my mind, I have to limit it to one word. What is a word that you could yell at someone to tell them where to drive their car next? That's what I've been using. Through is that's an instruction. That's a direction. I think that counts. Lantern light. Lantern? You can't yell lantern and expect somebody to do something. You can't say with a stern voice, light, and expect that person to know whether to turn left or right or do something. So here's what I'm thinking. You both are probably not... Oh, shit, that doesn't work. Dang. I really thought I could just change the opacity. You could make it gray. You're both not it, I don't think. Sketches and cast. I don't think either of those are the thing. Now, you'll notice here is the problem we quickly arrive at. A lot of the words... I would say hour and path are not words that should count as instructions. Tent and of are not words that should count as instructions. We're getting one word per line. And this is a problem because, of course, we need 4 unique instructions. 4 unique instructions. It also does say unique, which is not a word I had really thought about before. Turn is an instruction. Us, not an instruction. To... I think you could technically make a case for that being an instruction, but I'm going to mark it out because I don't think it is. So as we do this, which I can do as I walk through, like A and hue, those are not instructions. Neither is the word A up here. Find is probably okay as an instruction, although it's a little weird to imagine yelling find at a person who's driving a car. Turn and right, those are things you can yell at a car. Through, in, of, those don't really make sense. Some of them make a little bit more sense than others. Like yelling through at somebody driving a car, that could make sense as an instruction. In, maybe. To, maybe. But I do think there's a lot of these, right? Through, in, to, through, in. There's a lot of those words in this thing. And I think those probably shouldn't count. How do we weed out what's an instruction, right? I would say these, to and through and in are probably not likely. But I want to see, but we should go word by word here and sort of see what is left. 2 is not. Pass could definitely be a word. Light, I don't think so. We already used that once already. So through and lantern light here. So I think you have to mark off. I'm gonna go a step at a time here. But I'm getting ahead of myself. What I was gonna say is I think you have to mark off through and in and like to. These sort of words are all of a category, and I don't think that they would make a good instruction or a good answer to this riddle, if that makes sense. Okay, in the next line, we seek what's left. I think seek could potentially be an instruction. I think we and what's are 1000% not an instruction. So we're narrowing for sure. Of the is not an instruction. Neither of them. We, not an instruction. Cast, I don't think so. It had happened once already, right here. Not an instruction. Seek, maybe. Past is less likely than pass, but it is, but both of these are types of instruction. You could say drive past the lemonade stand. Pass the grocery store on your right. They mean keep going. They mean keep going straight. Right means turn right. Left means left. Now, why are we doing all of this? Because I think probably with the combination of 4 unique colors and 4 unique instructions, what we're actually looking for is just a route that takes us, but like we have 4 points of interest on this map, despite the fact that I don't really know where they are. 4 colors. One of them I'm pretty sure about, probably this blue dot right here. The last one, probably vestibule, but I don't know that for certain. And then 2 other points in the middle. And then between those, we need 4 simple instructions that are small enough that they can fit inside of whatever these are. That could take us from A to B. From A to D, if you will. From truth to lies, if you will. Wow, which is actually kind of amazing. Hold up, let me write that down. That's going to be the episode title. From truth to lies. Sometimes mostly I just come up with an episode title later, but if I'm just going to say it right like that, that's very melodramatic. From truth to lies. I see what you did there. That's a good little thing you did there, game developer. So we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 words, but I really think probably we're actually down to like 8 or 6, something like that. I don't think through should count. 1, it appears twice. 2, I don't think it's great. I just don't. It just doesn't strike me as like a good instruction. In is the same way. It appears twice, so technically it's not unique, which I guess is interesting, and it also doesn't take us here. So the next thing to think is the next way to think about this puzzle, at least in my mind, is pretty simple. We have 2 options. 1, a tint of truth, a hue of wisdom, and a shade of rain. We're all very formulaic in the color that they are telling us about. There is another formula very similar to that on screen right now. Find, turn, and pass. Find, turn, and pass. If those 3 are 3 instructions, they follow the same formula. A tint of truth to find, wisdom to turn, rain to pass. They're separated by 2, and they bring us, and they directly follow the color, which to me is an interesting thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight those orange. They, similar to the color problem, they don't give us all 4. It just gives us 3, which becomes a problem because where's the 4th instruction? I don't know. I'm going to get rid of 2 because I think it is a weird outlier here. Now, here's the other pattern. Right and left. I love that they are in here. I'm going to mark them red because my current guess is that these are red herrings. My current guess is that these are red herrings. Right and left have made me obsessed, and it's very possible I'm wrong, but I think they are probably red herrings. If they aren't, then they probably only team up with past and seek. But here's what we're gonna have to do at the end of all of this, right? Let's not get lost in the sauce here. The answer at the end of this all is going to be, I believe, blue X, an instruction. Then we have, oh boy, orange Y, an instruction. We have purple Z, an instruction. And then we have probably red. I don't know. Orange and red are the parts of this that I question. And then I really should have... What's the letter that comes before X in the alphabet? W? W, X, Y, Z. I think this is the format that we're going to eventually get here. So we have to evaluate our answers based on what will fit this format well. So, let's think this through. If you said blue, find. Okay, the other thing I should say is this. The other option here is actually that it is actually, I just keep saying actually, and I'm sorry about that, that it's actually more like W blue. Because of the format of the riddle, a tint of truth to find our path, you could also say, in order to find our path, we should seek out a tint of truth. The sentence structure is flipped. The verb find is happening after, in the riddle, it comes after blue. However, it means, it is like modifying blue if you were to look at it that way. So I think it might also be this, X orange, Y purple, Z red. So with that in mind, find blue, turn orange, pass purple. We're starting to get somewhere, right? Like that sounds like an answer. That sounds like an answer. It's in fact, we should take a moment here because that really sounds like an answer. So that's actually really exciting. On the other hand, if you say like blue, orange, then right, blue, orange, then right, purple, something, something, left, red, the order gets weird. This is why I really like find, turn, and pass as 3 answers, because the mirrored structure of the color and the instruction makes it clear that they work together to provide you with an overall structured answer. Verb, color, or instruction, color, instruction, color, instruction, color. The question here is, what the fuck is the fourth one? Is the fourth one left, and then only red is, or only right is the red herring? Is the fourth one past? Is the fourth one seek? I don't know, but honestly, at this point, looking at this and evaluating it, I think we can sort of, we've been very like, I've tried to be very systematic so far in my approach today. I will say, I think I am very okay with testing this as a draft of an answer. If it's find, turn, pass, then the last one can only be past, seek, or left. Between those, I think past is not a very good one. I don't know. It's past is pretty good because it's like, just go past this. let's apply what we just learned here to this right here. Let's apply all of this to the actual like game board, right? If we were to say find blue, turn orange, pass purple, and then either left at red, seek red, or past red. We can look at this last part. Let's start with the last part. If my understanding is that we want to go... Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Oh, boy. Let's look at this version because I think this is actually easier on my eyes and probably on yours as well. If our goal is to end in vestibule, which again, I'm not sure that that's the case, red being the final word would suggest that this is the final point of interest that we're charting towards, you know? So do you say past red? That doesn't really make sense. Do you say seek red? Maybe. Do you say left red? Maybe if it left, take a left. I don't know. Find blue to me is the easy place to start. Find blue. Turn orange is a little... Turn orange is very weird. Let's get into it. Let's get into why that's fucking weird. Let's get the Photoshop document out. So, find blue is great. Turn orange is not great. Turn orange is very weird. Because found blue, check. From there, if I need to turn towards orange, turn at orange, turn to find orange. If I move forward, I can't go to this orange, so that doesn't work. This is red and this is red. So all of a sudden, we're very quickly red, which kind of feels like we're wrong. If I turn to orange, then I could go this way. The next word is pass purple. Then, I mean, so there's that. There's also this. Okay, hold up. So we have this as one route. We can't do this. You could go up and then turn at orange. But the problem with that is that you've already passed red. What I like about this potential solution, though, is this. Okay, how do I even explain this? Okay, I have a thought, but I don't even know how to... This is like a tactile puzzle thought. Turn it into words, Ryan. In the other puzzles that we've done, like in the other paths that we have done, red, orange, and purple, none of them have been so simple as to be described with 8 total words. None of them. They have all been... I mean... I guess you could describe them by saying start at orange and follow orange to the end. But you could not, like, these are complex paths with many turns through rooms and out of rooms. I don't know if we need to go into rooms or not. Lots of turns. And but they do have one thing in common. They all start from the bottom row and go north. So that's something. They all have something in common in that they end inside a vestibule. So that's something. I almost like just going north from blue until your next direction takes effect, ignoring everything else until you need to turn orange. I almost like that more than doing this, where you go south, then over to orange. That feels fucking weird. Feels... Oh, boy. Edit. Redo. How do I erase this shit? Anyways, I don't know. It's so I'm debating, like, does that mean go here? Turn orange then could mean this or this. And the problem with that is that it could be literally either. Does it mean that you need to go into a room? Because if you need to go into a room, things would get even weirder. You can turn orange this way. You could turn orange this way. I don't know. So find blue, turn orange, pass purple. Probably pass purple. I think it's probably pass purple or purple pass, but I think it's probably pass purple. Also, do we consider that it actually says find blue? Sorry, blue find, aka find blue. Orange turn right, aka turn right at orange? Because that's weird. Because that means go here, pass purple this way? I don't know. I mean, you can't go past if you are... Like, I think of... Oh, this is interesting, actually, because you can do it right here. Pass purple? What I was going to say is, if you go and you turn right, you cannot then... I still haven't said the thing I was trying to say 5 minutes ago, and this is... That's my bad. I'm thinking of the instructions being so simple makes me sort of like zoom out a little bit and be like, maybe the key is take an instruction, follow it no matter what it makes you do. Then take the next instruction, follow it no matter what it makes you do. Like maybe the goal isn't you have to string together all of the oranges. Maybe the goal is start going north, turn orange. That means either here or here. Pass purple. I don't know what that means. I mean, this is a new direction. Like that feels wrong. Pass purple here. You go pass purple. The next phrase is probably... See, and this is the other problem, is that all of a sudden we're on the third instruction and we're this far. This far. The other thing to think about here is, I don't know that this works. Find blue or blue find. Does it mean that you should go from... Does it mean that you should go from blue towards the room that says find? I think that's the only word find in the entire thing, right? Turn orange. Because pass is right here. But pass purple. Pass purple. That might mean just do this. Pass purple. Could this be it? Pass purple? So like you pass the purple junction? Then, sorry, let me back up so that this part isn't on here. Turn orange. Pass purple? I think it's got to be turn orange. Pass purple? Like skip over this junction? Then it's either seek red or past red or left red. You could go left. I mean, you could absolutely go left red right here. That's a read. You could do that. Then it takes you all the way to the end, which I'm not so sure about. Okay, I think that might technically work. I don't know that I like it, though. What I don't like about it is that it doesn't use... There's a couple weird things, actually, because this is red. It's like employing two different strategies. It's employing two different like rule sets. First rule set is this. It doesn't matter what color you pass over as long as you follow the instructions. So then you go up and you turn orange, right? Then you completely ignore that rule set and adopt a new one, which is follow the lantern light no matter what happens until you are given a different direction. I don't like that. But I don't know what else past purple could mean. Like you go past this purple? But that's past purple. That's not past purple. Past purple? I mean, it's kind of past purple. Go pat. you know, pass someone in a race. Go past them. Go past them. I keep saying pass and then actually meaning past with a T. I'm going to go crazy. This game is going to drive me nuts. Okay. I like where we're at right now. I just don't like the answers that we're getting, which is an improvement because I have not liked where I've been at for much of this puzzle. Now I feel like we're on good ground. This I feel really good about. Though it's possible I've left something out. Through blue. I just like the way that these are tied together so much. It feels like solid ground in a puzzle that doesn't have a lot of other solid ground. And so I doubt, okay, we should learn something here, right? Early in this puzzle, I doubted that 1, 2, 3, right? I mean, at times I've really, really, really not doubted that idea because I've been like, no, it's got to be 3 colors because they give you 3 things right here. Turns out there's actually 4. But I like that this is so structured. What are puzzles if not structure that then you bend and break to your will or to find interesting like outcomes, right? Like what's a Sudoku? What's a really tough Sudoku other than a structure that you then bend to find an interesting way to... I think I'm going to keep operating on the assumption that find blue, turn orange, pass purple is correct, with the knowledge that it could actually be blue find, orange turn, purple pass. God, now I'm just talking myself out of the idea that it's actually right. Now I'm talking myself out of the idea that you need to find blue, because blue is the obvious starting spot. So why do we waste an instruction on it? We could check this, actually. We could check this. Oh, do I check it? We literally have this right here. Break glass only if completely stuck, 1 at a time. Oh, the problem is checking it doesn't tell me if it goes before or after blue. If this says find... this is the problem, is I can't actually check if the... In my mind, the answer to this puzzle is 8 words. Find, and it's either find blue or blue find. But I don't know which one, and I don't know how to check. This could be something completely other than find, in which case I would be not fine. I would be fucked. I would be utterly fucked. Oh, boy. My headphones are dying. Okay. Circle back. Where we were at. Okay, so the thing I should probably try this solution, but the thing I don't love about this solution is that it feels like it uses 2 different rule sets. Don't care about what color you're on, and then care about what color you're on. Does that mean that I shift it by doing this? Find blue. Turn orange. This doesn't feel good. This does not feel like turn orange. Does it feel like blue find orange? Blue find orange? Kind of. Blue find orange. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and write it right here. We have 2 options. Blue find, orange turn, purple pass, red past seek left. Let's do something really funky, because I like this. I like this as a way of thinking about it. Let's make this the opposite. Let's make it like the opposite color pattern. One is black with white outlines. One's white with black outlines. Blue find. Blue find orange would be the way I would phrase it. Blue finds orange, sure. Then turn purple. To me, that would suggest turn purple. Which way? Turn purple. Pass red. To me, that suggests go up here. It's got to be turning towards the actual answer, right? You pass the red junction. And then you're left with the word, which is past, seek, or left. Have I tried this? I highly doubt it, because it's just orange to purple. Doesn't use red at all. The other option, so that's true path. Sorry, this is technically we are on new true path. We've left behind the numbers. We're now on new true path. So now we should probably call this newer true path. Newer true path would be blue. This is using the method on the right. Find blue, done. Pretty simple to find. Turn orange. Still don't know about that one. Pass purple. It either means I've figured out the way to phrase it. What is my road? What is the road that I am employing in this game? Is the road just go north until you find an instruction? Is the road go west until you find an instruction? Or is the road follow the color until you find an instruction? That's the difference. So in this one, in the other one, we're finding the color, and in this one, we're finding the color and treating it like the road. In this one, we're not. But I don't know that I can get to the end here. Pass purple, okay? I mean, I've done it. I've passed purple. Then seek red? The fuck does that? I mean... seek red, past red, left red. Is it... We've come far enough. Okay, this is exciting. It's exciting, but it's terrifying. This is exciting because here's what's going on. My brain just tried something. Which was, well, what if it's not orange? What if it's not blue, orange, purple, red? If it's not, then maybe this set of instructions can work. Of course, the problem with that becomes... So that's exciting. Why is that exciting? Because that tells me that my brain has locked onto a structure that I like so much for a potential final answer that now the variables can change. If the variables change, does this get easier? If it isn't orange, if it is instead yellow or green or red, let's just do this real quick. Let's just go yellow, green, red. Because here's the problem. The reason I'm considering this is I don't think that this can be the answer. I don't think it can be go up, turn on orange, go past purple. Because all of a sudden there's 2 words left and I need to get to here. I mean, maybe I don't need to get to there. But like there's not even any red over here. There's no red. There's a red room here. Maid chamber. There is the nearest red lanterns are like here, which isn't past purple, unfortunately. So let me talk through this because I'm like skipping over steps because in my brain there's too much to consider right now. So one of the things I have assumed is that I need to get to vestibule. With a list of instructions this simple, I do sometimes wonder if that is the case. Maybe I don't need to get to vestibule. Maybe I need to get somewhere else and find that secret room that exists in the blue house that I think might exist based on that one memo that we found. memo 43 or 5 or whatever. I don't have my notes in front of me, despite having 4 million Photoshop documents open in front of me. So maybe if you get here, you're actually 75% of the way to the puzzle, past purple. Then do you need to seek red? You need to seek red, left red, past red. I don't see any red. I see a drawing red. Like, the rooms aren't red. The mage chamber is red. I mean, you could do that. Feels very weird. This does not feel like a good answer. That does not feel like a good answer. I'm not even going to make the path. So earlier I drew a path that looked like this. It went from here, past red to orange, turn, then follow orange. The thing I said a couple minutes ago that I eventually erased and became this. I'm not going to do that because I don't like it. That's what I've decided right now. It breaks some like internal rules in my head, which is this red. I don't like it, so I'm not going to do it. We have tried neither of these two paths. I don't think this one is correct. This one could be. Now that I have finished up this thought, let's continue to the next thought I had, which is, what if the colors are different? If you find blue, turn on yellow or green. There's not even a way to do that. So that's actually exciting. Find blue, turn on yellow or green. There's not even a way. I mean, you could go like here to get to yellow, but that's not turning to get to yellow. I can't find green unless it's the room color, which could, turn green. Red, turn red could definitely happen. Turn red could definitely happen. It could just be as simple as like turn red. The next clue would be past purple. Is it this way? That's 2 turns though. I don't know. What I do know is that I'm going to have to take a break from recording in about 10 minutes to go meet somebody. My wife and I need to go have a professional. We need to go meet a professional who's coming to our house to do something. And I do know I'm going to be distracted the entire conversation because I'm going to be sitting here thinking about this. I put these images on my phone, and all I could really come up with was like the question of, do I use rooms or do I not use rooms? If I don't use rooms, then we're actually pretty limited, despite the fact that there's there's 9 times 10 times 5 and 9 times 6 together. There's a lot of room. There's a lot of lanterns, is what I should say. Despite the fact that there are a lot of lanterns, there's really not a lot of options if you think that you have to go from blue to orange. There are a couple, but some are closed off if you don't use rooms. If you do use rooms, it's still not that many. Ugh. Okay. We could test this at any time, but I don't know that I like what I have. What do I not like about this one? I'll tell you. It's pretty simple. This. Why do we start going backwards? I've never liked that about this blue dot. But I like find orange. Get on the orange path. I like turn purple. There's 2 turns you can make. You make the one that goes towards the finish. And then I like pass red because there's a junction in the road. You're going to pass it. You don't need to take a turn. You're going to pass it. And then it's into the... I mean, so I do like it. I just don't like this. I just don't like this. Then the other option is... I guess I'll write it down, is this. You could either take the shortcut, or you could take the other thing. Okay. Now, here's the next thing I think I want to do. I feel pretty good about this. I feel pretty good about these three. I think they're find, turn, and pass. I'm going to click this one, and I'm going to see if it says find. Because if it does, that gives us a solid ground upon which to... We can check our answers, basically. Let's fucking go. So, that says find. I think turn and pass should be next. And if it is not turn and pass, then I have completely misunderstood this puzzle. I'm going to click it. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. I hate this. I hate this. What do you mean? It's right? Oh, this makes me mad. Why? I mean, that's kind of... it's not actually all that bad. It's just that I liked the structure of it being so obviously like find, turn, and pass. Now, it could be that we need to turn right. Right is just modifying what turn is. So really, Luke, if you think about it, the instruction is actually probably just turn right. So then the third word should be pass, right? Is it pass? Because now the last word is likely left. If I'm being honest with you, the last word is very likely left. The fact that right is not a red herring means that the last one is probably left. Oh, I don't like that. I do like it because I've been obsessed with right and left. So in a way, I'm right, and in a way, I'm wrong. And that's the name of... That's basically a description of what it's like to play this game. In a way, I'm right. In a way, I'm wrong. Find blue, right, orange. So that changes things. Before I click on anything in Discord, let me just keep cooking with what we've got because this changes things. Find blue or blue find. If it's blue find orange, and then it is right purple, this path, new true path just dropped, begins to be correct. This one is... That's not even the right one. Newer true path does not make any sense because find blue, right orange becomes we should erase. Find blue, right orange becomes this. Probably pass purple becomes this. You pass purple, or it becomes this. Pass this purple. It could be that. It could absolutely be that. I don't like this second turn here, but I guess the option is like, oh, this is so interesting. I don't like this second turn here because there's actually, if your direction is go right, then why don't you tell me to go left? Is it because left is obviously the correct way to go because you can't go this way? Or is it because I'm not actually solving the correct puzzle? Either way, I need to go in like 2 minutes. Okay, so let's keep going now. Pass purple becomes probably past this. And then left red becomes what? It's not taking me to vestibule with left red. I can't, I mean, I could do this, I guess, but like that maybe? Does it mean go in left here into aquarium? Does it mean there's junction points here that I'm not sure. Past purple probably means go past at least this purple. So then do you go left here you go left here? Do you go left here? There's a lot of options here, and I don't know which one it is. If you go left here, then where are you going? If you go left here, you could technically go all the way through red into the finish line. Is the vestibule the finish line? I don't know. I need to get off of here for a second, and I will come back later. So I'm going to stop the recording right now, and I'm going to go very begrudgingly deal with some real-life stuff, and then I'll come back to this freaking puzzle when I get a chance. Bye. Okay, after 3.5 hours of family time. This is the real way. Can I just very quickly tell you that this is the real way that parenting, in my experience so far, steals your memory. It's not that you don't sleep and that destroys your brain's ability to make memories, because my understanding of memory is that it is often sort of codified during sleep. That certainly was kind of the case a little bit when we had an infant, but now we have a toddler. The toddler variation of memory loss as a parent is that I don't know if you've spent any time around a toddler, but your attention is not your own. For the last 3.5 hours, in a different world, in a world I don't want to live in, where I didn't just hang out with my family for 3.5 hours, I walked away from this game and I processed what I had just done. I had time to reflect on the past 50 minutes of recording this game. Instead, what happened is I dropped this and I went and I was a family man for 3.5 hours. And at 0 point in time during those 3.5 hours did I think about anything in this game. And so now here I am being like, okay, I could just pick it but right back up, right? I could just pick up my train of thought from 3 hours ago? Sure. Anyways, I wouldn't trade it for the freaking world. Welcome. I think what we were doing was if it is find blue, right orange, pass purple, left red, then we have a bunch of weird things to try here. We have another idea that we came up with earlier that we should probably test. New true path just dropped, which is sort of this. But this one is kind of interesting because it is find blue. So start on blue. Go right on orange. You just turn left kind of out of nowhere, which is a little weird. Then pass purple. So pass. I don't know. Then probably left red is the word. Probably left red. The reason I think it's left is actually the next thing that we should talk about, which is I was wrong in a way about what the second direction in instruction was. I thought it was turn. Discord phrased it as right. Now my guess is that it's actually both of those things at once. Turn right. It'd be really weird if they had you turn left during this step. I'm guessing the third word is pass, but the fourth word is the question. If right is one of the words, then I think left most likely has to be. But what does red left mean? Left red. Right onto orange, left onto red. If you pass purple and take a left onto red, the only left onto red you really have is this up here. So the thing is, I don't know if you remember, but I remember, we're in the game, so we could test these things. And I think we might as well. So, shit, I don't know why I did this. Why do I pick this thing up? I guess we pick hallways, just in case it messes up our outer room. Okay, here's my plan. First things first, I want to go outside and I want to try some of these. It's way late in the day, by the way, because I left the game running the entire time I was gone, obviously. So this is like The longest day Simon has ever had. Probably like 5 hours with the game open. 4 hours with the game open. Here's what I want to try. I think the first thing is probably the... I'll show you in just a second. That was interesting that the scepter just appeared right there. Did you see that? The scepter appeared as we were drafting. I don't think it affects things. I just thought it was interesting. So here's what I'm thinking. I think we should try this one first. The start at blue, go backwards, or potentially go forward then left, but probably backwards. We're linking the orange path to the purple path. We're passing the red. This is blue, find orange, right purple, pass red. And then the last word is like left, I guess. I don't know what that means exactly, but... Is this related to something we'd already done? It is very... I thought it might be. It is very similar to blue to orange to purple to red. But there is a difference, so that's good. Very good. It's impossible to remember what I have and have not tried at this point. Which is why I'm so happy that I mostly have taken notes about the paths that I have taken. Mostly. So let's go ahead and try this. I have 66 footsteps. We're going to go up here to blue. Then directly turn around. And basically do the orange route. That was Cloister. Go left a bunch. Then through dining room. Right, left. Into foundation. And then through. Then right here, we are going to link up onto purple. The pre-existing purple path that we have already tried, which we were told is not the true path, but that's okay. I had tried. Maybe what we are doing is the true path. Purple. For purple, we are past red now. Red was right there. Into din. Around. So between the two options, I honestly don't like this option as much. Like I've said a million times, because of the backwards start. What feels like a backwards start. But if this works, I'll be happier than anybody. Okay, it did not work. But I want to walk through this door real quick. And just see if that did anything. No. Okay, it didn't work. It didn't work. The reason I walked through this door is that maybe that is the, like, left you have to take at the end, you know? It's the only thing I could think. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with this freaking door? All right, let's go back to the start, and we'll do it again. I will probably... If this next path does not work, if this path doesn't work, I will most likely, and by this path, I mean some variation of this. Like, I don't know if I need to go all the way to the top. I'm just not sure. I will most likely start clicking on at least a couple more hints to make sure that I have the words right. I think the third instruction I understand. I think the fourth instruction I understand. But getting confirmation or not confirmation, the opposite of confirmation, whatever that is really helpful. So step out of the house, back in, just because we're superstitious. Okay, this path starts with blue, go north, because that's how all of the routes start. The idea here is that we will turn to orange. Sorry, we will write orange, which happens here. Then we'll just turn here for no reason, because apparently I don't really understand. I don't know, because they don't say anything, but we're going to pass purple and then left red. So this is purple. There's no red here. That's still purple. That's dead end. That's yellow to purple dead end. I'm walking like past red. This is not a thing I really had thought through very well. The left red at the end of this is not very satisfying, because the left red at the end of this is not very satisfying because when you turn right at orange, you turn right towards the first orange that you can find. So what we really need to be looking is the first left, like this one right here. Oh, never mind. Sorry. That's purple, I think. Yeah. The problem is there's not really a red. Like aquarium is technically red because it's all colors. So maybe that's why we do this one next. We have to pass purple, which could be this. Maybe this is the purple, right? Pass purple, left red. Okay. God damn it. This puzzle is going to be the death of me. We have either find blue. Maybe I have the colors wrong. Maybe it's that simple. Maybe I have the colors wrong. Maybe you take a left at yellow. Maybe lies is yellow. I don't know why it would be yellow, but maybe lies is yellow. You take a left at yellow. That's here. You have to, or here. I'm starting to wonder if... So there was that thing about... There's that memo about secret rooms inside of the blue house. I'm starting to wonder if there's like a secret room at the end of one of these dead ends. Or like on one of these walls. Like right here. I stopped here because I was like, maybe there's a secret entrance right here into Furnace. For a secret room in the blue house. Maybe maybe vestibule is not the key. I've tried so many things that have landed on vestibule and I don't know. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I am 99% sure that the third word for instruction should be pass. And I'm going to click it right now. Okay. Oh, it's this fourth word that is the sucker. Is it left? I think it's almost got to be left. God, this is such a crazy thing. Okay, let's keep thinking. Let's keep thinking. Of the options that we have written out here, we've tried one, and it was that one. We should try a second one. Find blue, right orange, pass purple, pass purple. Or pass yellow. Could be pass yellow. Does that mean this purple or does that mean this purple? To me, if you're going to pass something, God, this is so difficult. The question kind of is this. So I start blue, right? Let's just walk through. I start blue. Find blue. Right orange. I feel relatively confident here. I don't think you should start blue by going backwards. I don't like it. I don't think you should start blue by turning. I don't see a way to continue on blue. So what that tells me, like, let's literally step by step this. Let's literally step by step this. I'm going to go back to the start of the house. Maybe it'll be helpful to have a sort of ground view of bird's eye view. What's the opposite of a bird's eye view? A ground eye view? An on the ground angle is what I'm trying to say. Maybe it'll be helpful to have an on the ground angle. I have to assume that this puzzle will communicate to me how to solve it and that it will be consistent across the puzzle. So here's one of the things I'm thinking. Find blue. That's easy. Find the starting spot. You go to the right, you find blue. Now from here, right orange is your key. I think you probably have to walk through blue. So once you're here, I can't go right. This has no lantern in it, so I can't, like, see it. It's... Pantry's a blue room, right? It's a blue room, right? Yeah, pantry's a blue room. It's also not right. It's not right. It's not the direction right. It might be correct, but it's not the direction right. So I think you have to keep going because there is no other option. You have to keep going. There's orange there. So maybe, I mean, it's possible, I guess. It's possible that right orange would mean turn left, go to orange, and then turn right. I don't see how. That would be really fucking dumb to me, is the way of putting it very bluntly. Pardon my French. I can't turn right. I don't think that makes sense. So I think we have to continue. This is cloister. I can't see the lantern on the other side. So that's good to know. The lantern is like above the level of the doorway, so I can't see it. Don't think left makes sense. Right is a green room. So we continue. Right orange. In fact, it's helpful because if you just said orange, I would know where to go, but instead you say right orange, which directly helps me. So here's what we learned there. You started on blue, but you go past red because the effect of the step the effect of the instruction cannot be met. Then you make it to here. This is right. I know I'm whipping the camera around, but this is the east. Then you probably go here. Once you hit orange, right orange, the next step, pass purple, should come into effect. That's a hall. So it is orange. But it feels like an instruction to go in there, right? On the other hand, that's a dead end. I mean, do you need to go into the room? There is a purple there. You go in, you continue orange. I went right orange. To me, the most default thing to do once you have gone orange, you've completed the step, is to continue on directly. The problem is that leads to a dead end. Okay, so I'm going to write this down because I do think there's a possibility here. Maybe the possibility is to go here, dotted lines, past purple. Once you have passed a purple, then you go left, right. Left, red, sorry. And just keep going? I don't know what that means. Okay. Ignoring that, assuming that we are meant to, with lack of instruction, continue forward, our next instruction is pass purple. I can see purple this way. So I think you probably are meant to go this way. It's also north. It's the direction that makes sense. I can't tell if I'm saying things that make sense or if I'm just saying things that like what's the word? That sort of like meet my already set in stone expectations of what the puzzle answer might be. Like once I have, this is kind of a problem for me. Once I have established what I think the right answer could be, I struggle to unsee that that could be the right answer, even when I have met with evidence that it was not correct. So from the point we entered here, going past purple, to me that would suggest you don't go any other way because you don't need to look that way. There's no reason to go this way because I already have my destination in mind. I have very simple instructions. Pass purple. There is purple there, but we're not going past it because we're passing purple. Okay, that's past purple. I mean, I'm underneath purple, but next would be left red, right? Earlier, right orange meant take a left when you can see a red. Or, sorry, I meant, yeah. Right orange meant take a right when you could see an orange. So left red must mean take a left when you can see a red. We are currently standing right here. I don't see any way that that could be construed as red. There's a dead end here. I can't see a red. That's a den and that's a conference room. I can see red here, unfortunately. So if I walk down, where do I end? All the way down here? Let's say it's not the first red. So am I really taking left red? I don't know. I'm just sort of following a bunch of red. God, this is really tripping me out, the way that the hallway looks right now. It looked like the hallway was going to go on forever, and I started to maybe believe that it was a trick. Can I go through this? Wouldn't it be crazy if I could have? Wouldn't it have been so cool if I could have just walked through that? That would have been so dope. You step into a greenhouse, and the new game begins. I think I followed the instructions about as explicitly as possible there. and nothing worked. The good news is we also didn't waste any footsteps because I don't think we really stepped into any rooms. So there's that, I guess. I've completely lost. I've lost it. I've lost any indication that I know what I'm trying to solve, or what I mean by that is I've lost any expectation of what I'm trying to solve. I'm ready to walk through a wall. I'm ready to like glitch through a corner. I don't know what the right answer is. I don't know that I'm going to vestibule. My ego has been stripped down, and I am instead just sort of a sensory mass of without expectation, or I don't know. I'll walk through whatever room I need to walk through. We simply must try something again. What we tried there was sort of this. I could be so wrong here, man. I could be so wrong here. I have no idea. I'm gonna check something. I'm gonna check the fourth word. Is it left? I want to know. Is it left? It's left. That's actually bad news right now, because that means that I have the right... I have the correct... As far as I know, we could check colors. That actually might be the most helpful thing to do. As far as I know, I have the correct 8-word instructions. By the way, it's 8 words. Yeah? I see what you're doing, video game. Ugh. What do I want to do in this moment? I think what I want to do is find out if I have the right colors. And my guess is that this right here tells me that. I don't think I'm to the point yet where I am ready to give up on find blue, right orange, pass purple, left red. But I do want to check that I have it correct. I think I should check. Let's check. If you're still unsure, what the fuck does this mean? Have a seat in security while reading Realm and Rune? What? By the way, does security exist in this house? Because it should not, because it has a computer in it. Computers didn't exist in 1913. It's got to be security in the other house, right? Have a sit in security while looking at Realm and Rune? What does that mean? I love that, because that is, I mean, okay, immediately drop everything. Did I read it correctly? If you're still unsure, have a seat in security while reading Realm and Rune. What? What? Just when you think you've seen it all. What does that fucking mean? I got 37 footsteps to make this work. Security is relatively... I have all these hallways that I need to unlock. I just realized that I have higher draft rates of. Security, I think, is relatively common. Realm and Rune? I mean, I'm going to wait until I get there to open the book. But then I'm going to be... Oh, Foyer would be awesome here. We need to get Foyer prior to getting Great Hall, because that's just a good move. Am I missing something in security? What do you mean, Blueprints Council? If you're still unsure, have a seat in security while reading Realm and Rune. I thought there was no way in hell that Realm and Rune mattered again. We're just getting stuff out of the draft pool right now. Tunnel is nothing. Nothing's gonna happen with Tunnel. I'm not gonna select it again, but we just wanna get it out of the way. Storeroom gives us the keys we need the gems we need to draft Foyer next time. Okay. We do need some food, but not bad. We're at 43. What do you mean? A Foyer here is perfect. J. Ariana. You gotta salute every time you walk past. I have Banner of the King, which technically would make blue more likely, but I don't know that I want to do that right now. We'll take Conference Room to the right here. And then we may go backwards. Because every step I take further right now is kind of a... it's fine. It's fine. We're going to make this happen. West Wing Hall here is perfect. What is that? Security has a computer in it. It has a... I think this is a great spot for Wine Cellar, to be honest with you. You grab this here and get to go the rest of the house backwards to get the other rooms. Security has a coffee machine, a bulletin board, a notepad, a keyboard that is missing one letter. I remember that from forever ago. It has monitors with a lot of different screens on it. It has what looks like enormous tape machines that are sort of, you know, tracking what you see inside of. It has... Realm and Rune has moats. It has... I've looked at it so much recently because I had to look through everything. This is a good passageway. Should I go backwards to get those other rooms drafted in the corners? I'm not sure. Take a seat? It says have a seat. It doesn't say consider. It says have a seat. I should have trusted them. I should have trusted Discord to give me hints upon hints upon hints. They're so good at this. They're so good at this. God, this is interesting. Should all be unlocked, right? So we should get some good stuff here. Dim coin key. Okay. So what did we get here? Nothing. Nothing. Open this just for fun. I'm debating if I should open Realm and Rune right now. I guess I will. Just to sort of remind me as I'm going. There's two copies technically. There's a ripped copy and a non-ripped copy. Professor Willard, Simon P. Jones, 1905. This is a clue that is going to give me the answers to the colors. Truth, wisdom, rain, and lies. But only while in security. Something about security has to do it. Let's go to the right first. I'm going to need food eventually. And probably some more keys. Observatory, as long as we don't actually take the spiral, should give us some stuff. That's dead ends. We don't want that one. That's plus 3 footsteps and a pair of chests. I am curious to see if I can add a word to that later. Throne of the Blueprints here is good for the junction to the right. It does seem my grandmother's own design. So, that's not nothing. Yeah, it sure is. It sure is her design. Sigils are not new. They found in every era and culture, predate written text and heraldic arts. Is there, I mean, what my brain is rotating around, the idea that my brain is rotating around is the idea that maybe inside of security this entire time, there has been a clue about what each of those words, what nation those words are aligned with, or what that seems hard to believe. But also what doesn't seem hard to believe about it is that the entire time I have played this game, it always feels like there's a secret underneath your feet that you're not really, you know, understanding fully. I guess we take, yeah, treasure trove here to get you into Foundation just in case the next one's a dead end. I don't know. Gotta get security. I probably ought to go ahead and grab Banner of the King Blue. Like, dinner is ready now. There should be some coins here. It has to be specific to security, though, because otherwise, like, it's not just going to be in the book. Otherwise, you could open the book anywhere. We're out of keys. So that's a problem. So... Interesting. I'm so shook, frankly. I probably need to go backwards. What in the world? This is locked. We're out of out of keys. It's not good. Go through here. I'm gonna run out of freaking... Break room gives me keys, but I have to do insane math to make it happen, so I guess we do it. I guess here we are doing math. A third of 1, except you do it twice, 2/3 rounded to 1. Should be 1. A third of 2 is 2/3. Minus 1/3 is 1/3 times 10 is 3 1/3 times 20 is... Oh boy. Time to get out the calculator. Sorry, 0.3333 times 10 is 3 1/3. Times 20 is 66 and 6 and 2/3. 66 and 2/3. Except you only do that times 10 or times, or you don't. Oh boy. Let's go with 33 1/3 for now. Then you divide by. Oh boy. You divide by 2 is 16.66 divided by 31. That doesn't feel, and then rounded to, so it's 1. Okay. And of course it was a frickin' secret garden key. Oh, I'm happy we made that work, but yikes. Breakfast nook is the only thing that has a junction. Oh, this is bad. It also has a key, which is good. The problem is that's the exact room we could already get into. But it does have footsteps and a key. So we have to take it. You telling me if I look at security? Where is this goddamn place? Oh no, we're at dead ends. Okay. We have a dining room close to the... We do. We're gonna go all the way back because I need the footsteps before... I need the easy rooms right here before I do anything else. What an insane run this has been. I looked for confirmation and all of a sudden I'm inside of the house drafting security of all things. I would have told you there was a 0% chance that I was seeking out a room like security today. I went the wrong way. And yet here I am. And I don't know how it's gonna, like, work. There's dining room. Okay, we're gonna draft a couple easy rooms here. Hopefully one of them is security. If it is not, that's fine. There's the dice that we need to make sure that we don't hit dead ends. Whoops, already did that a bunch of times. The thing with security is that I really didn't think I needed to draft a full house. I just kind of figured I would draft it pretty quickly. Oh, that's bad. Ballroom is actually bad here. We'll redraw. Pantry is not much better, but it's a little bit better. Footsteps plus one extra room that we can draft. Walk-in closet gives us a bunch of rooms. Or items. I don't think we need them, but... It could have been keys. You never know. What? Okay. Was that only 3 items? I feel like that was only 3 items. Right? It's possible I miscounted because I'm already losing my mind a little bit, but I think I got 2 gems and... Okay, alright, it's fine. Don't think too much about it. Where the hell is security? I'm going to do a single redraft here because the problem we're looking at is actually a problem of keys more than it is of footsteps or anything else. I'm probably going to get hit with a, like, keycard room when I go back to the very north half of the... house, so spending a redraw earlier rather than later is probably better. I mean, it's been a while since I've been in security, but I did not expect this to be the hiccup today. We are going left here until conference room, then right into passageway, I think. Man, I have such high hopes for every episode of Blueprints. And then reality strikes. I'm half joking. I'm kind of not joking. Every episode I sit down and I'm like, we're gonna crack it this time. No, it cracks me. Every time it cracks me. We're closer, but are we really that close? I don't know. This will be a clue that I will get in this run, and if not, then that'll be fine. And it's going to give us confirmation that we have the right colors. Oh, you son of a bitch. It's going to give us confirmation that we have the right colors in the right order. And unfortunately, it's not going to happen in this run. Let's go down. Let's go down, because that's the quickest way to get back outside. If you think I'm stopping this episode right here, you're off your rocker. I'm going to find out what this hint means. I'm going to get security. So let's go start a new run. I of course need to go call it a day inside of Secret Passage, so that I have the ability to draft it again tomorrow. And then I'm going to find security. Royal Scepter does work with blue. Excuse me? Doesn't it say once per day? It literally said once per... Did it? Wait, what? The more I play this game, the less I understand it. What just happened? What the fuck just happened? Did I just change the color? Didn't you guys know you can only draft security in the first half of the day? I'm kidding. I don't think that's true. I'm just trying to find a reason why I couldn't actually. The stars are disappearing. Is there an invisible structure over this thing? Are you seeing that? As you get close to this thing. Interesting. Okay. We go again, and there's no... I'm not letting this happen. We go again. We're going to find what it means. While in security, have a seat in security while reading Realm and Rune. I got this book freaking memorized at this point. Is it the cut copy? The copy that is all... ripped up? Foreman's copy? Once per day, you may switch the Royal Scepter's color in the inventory menu. That's got to be brand new, right? I mean, that makes it I was going to say it makes it broken in terms of like really good, but wow, that's crazy. Okay. Secret passage is going to happen outside. Inside, we're going to get security, and we're going to get it quick. So that I don't have to use a lot of footsteps. We're going to get it quick. You ready? It's going to be so quick. Any second now. We do need gems, so doing this is a little risky, but on the other hand... Does security cost a gem? Please don't tell me it costs a gem. It does. Okay, we need a gem. There's our gem. We'll take it. God, it's a good thing I freaking love this game. I was thinking about this literally earlier today. I think on so many video games, I would have quit so long ago. In this game, I probably should have quit a while ago. Because I think I'm a little in over my head. Like, I think in terms of just me personally, I don't know that I think the game level has sort of exceeded my level recently. But I do think... I truly don't want any of these. I guess I'll take workshop. But I just... And why? So why is that, right? Like, why am I still playing this game when I would have quit a different game? I think I have an answer. And it's kind of just occurring to me right now. It's because I'm stupid. No, I'm just kidding. You got to make yourself laugh when you're going to spend an hour and a half playing this game alone and talking to your camera. I have an answer. The reason I don't find it really, like, agreeable to consider quitting is because, for lack of a better word, for lack of a more complex word, for lack of an answer that feels deeper than this, because I care about the story. And because the game has done such an excellent job of making it so obvious that the puzzles matter to the story. The puzzles don't just matter to the story, they are the story. They are the outcomes of the characters. If I set the puzzles down, I set the story down and I disappoint the characters. That's kind of the math that my brain is doing. I don't think that's actually even correct, but that's the math that my brain is doing. If you set this down... Okay, we needed library there. Whew, good stuff, good stuff. Then you are sort of doing a disservice to what happened to Marion Marigold. You're doing a disservice to the mystery that is Baroness Orave. You're doing a disservice to your inheritance, to the people, security, thank God. To the people of Orenda, now Finn Ares. Take a seat. What does this fucking mean, dude? So I admire this. I admire this clue with the idea that with one problem. Truth and lies is solved. Rain is solved. Where the fuck is wisdom? Now, my understanding is that wisdom would be Carrerica. I really thought, I mean, in my head, here's what was going to happen. Here's what was going to happen in my head. I was going to walk into this room. And right on the back of the chair, there was going to be in tiny little text a riddle that said some shit like what is heavier than air but lighter than stone? What is? And the answer was going to be orange equals blank. And instead, it's just there's a memo here that tells you this, a notepad, and a thing that tells you, a book that tells you that. I'm going to assume that I am correct, because the only other options for, so with red being guaranteed lies, it doesn't say false, it does say lies. It says lies on the notepad. With red being guaranteed lies, purple being guaranteed rain, blue being guaranteed truth, orange, yellow, or violet, or green would be the hue of wisdom. If they point me towards if they point me towards what realm and rune, green is nuance, which is not nuanced. Yellow is Arch Aries. And orange is wisdom. It's gotta be. Okay. There's that. I mean, problem solved. So here's where we're at right now. In this moment, here's where we're at. I think I have the right 8-word puzzle. But I don't have the right answer. And that kind of sucks, because that hurts. Discord is... It sucks. To be clear, I hope you guys are having so much fun. I'm having the time of my fucking life. But what I'm feeling right now is kind of this. This actually kind of hurts to say. Here's what I'm feeling. Whether or not I'm right, this is what I'm emotionally feeling. So one of the reasons that I really like... One of my hobbies that I spend a lot of time on is running, long-distance running. And one of the reasons that I really like long-distance running, specifically of the trail variety, of the ultramarathon variety, I've done some ultramarathons. What I really like about really long, like 10 and 12-hour running trail races is that at some point during a 12-hour event, there is no chance to fake it. There's no chance to, like, scrape by on good luck and charm. Like, you either sort of have the fitness and the desire to dig through a lot of pain and to keep moving and to summit the mountain and to make it down the other side and all of that. Like, at some point you're gonna butt up against the very hard wall that is your capability on that day. Because the run is so long and hard, and often over treacherous trails and at elevation and etc. Like, here's your capability, you're gonna run headfirst into it. I feel right now as if I have run up against my capability in this game. I've figured out a good amount of this puzzle. I don't know how much of it I've figured out. I figured out some of it. I got hints for a lot of the rest of it. But I think between everything that I have, all the time and the energy that I've spent on it, and the very beautiful nudges from Discord, I have arrived at, I'm pretty damn fucking positive, the answer to this part of the puzzle. And I can't figure it out. But here's the thing. Your capability changes day to day. I'm going to leave the game right here. I've got 60 footsteps left. I've got tons of time. But this episode needs to end here. Today, I am beaten. Absolutely. But tomorrow, maybe I won't be. That sounds really dramatic. I don't know. I really, really love this game. And I want so badly to find the answer to this puzzle. Partially because the puzzle is there and deserves to be beaten, deserves to be figured out. But also because this game has done an incredible thing of welding the outcome of these characters in this world that I care about to the outcome of a weird little riddle called find blue, right orange, pass purple, left red. I don't know, dude. I don't know. That's gonna do it for this episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like on the video. We'll call it a day. And I'll come back again soon. Thank you so much for watching. Seriously, thanks for spending this time with me. It's my favorite thing to do right now. I'll see you soon. Bye. Hey, it's Ryan from the future here to tell you really quickly that I actually didn't stop recording there. I spent like another hour playing the game after what you just saw. However, I'm going to take that and I'm going to turn that into an extra episode that will release on Saturday. So you can expect episode 153 on Saturday at 8 a.m. Consider it my gift to you. I'll see you then.